What's up, guys? Welcome back to Zybergears here, Tech and Games Crusader. We have another unboxing, this time for something that's been in transit since the beginning of October. This is the FiiT VR T2. Some straps list this as the T2 Pro, some list it as just a balance strap. But what this is a halo with extension arm pads. Plus, it has a cutout on the back of it, unlike the previous type that we've looked at. So, let's go ahead and get into this. We see here it shows strap for Quest 2 T2. Folding and portable design. T2 strap for Quest 2. The FiiT VR T2. On the back. Important for ages 13 and up. Folding and portable design, smaller size. Hood design, more uniform force, more stable wearing. Human body engineering design, more convenient and comfortable to use. So, let's see if we can get this out of here. Definitely easier than some. Alright. In the box we have the back of the pad. This is a very comfortable pad. Let's go ahead and grab our... Get 10 millimeters thick right there. In the center, it's a very plush pad. It is Velcro, I believe. Yes, it is. Not a complete Velcro, though, so keep that in mind. So it is 10 millimeters thick all the way around. It's just the curvature makes it a little bit different in the appearance of it. So this looks like you could actually attach something in here. So that's kind of cool. Here's a different pad on the back. Ah, I see. Okay. That makes more sense now. So this is an insert attachment to this. The cool thing about these are they're plush, they're large, they're white, and they adjust wherever you need them to. Does have a mechanical connection, so that's cool. So you can see on here, we have these little clips and these inset clips. So this goes well, let's just go ahead and check out the manual first. Just so I can give you guys the preview. It's a pretty color manual. It's not many pages, but still. T2 strap for Quest 2. 1. Take out the Q2 and T2 hoods. Q2 or 2. Begin to assemble the T2 hood. 3. Adjust by direction, part A. So the parts that we were already flipping back. 4. Adjust by direction, C, rear cover, and D part. So we have C and D. 5. Install by direction C, rear cover. Okay. 6. Adjust E part by direction. So these, I like this design. It's interesting. First time I've seen the pad stuck in here instead of here. So that's interesting for sure. This is Velcro. So this part adjusts. This part is fixed. So that's different than what you normally see on most Halo straps. Let's go ahead and move these from here. See how it feels to expand. And we can have a clear view of how much expansion size there is on this now. So unlike the dual Halo, here, you can see this one shows externally. And then has an open design because of the smaller backside on here. And then also on this part is adjustable. And it has a full front stop on it. So if I could have these top parts instead of this as a hybrid design, because this can't tuck in anywhere. Where it's on the outside, it won't fit inside the back because of it going over the bar. But if this was split like this, then it could be more portable. This has a fixed point here with the adjustment point here like typically found. So moving back to this, also this material is very, very thin, but it feels very resilient. The padding on this feels really well done. This is the maximum size it can expand. So we're going to measure in millimeters to the center screw. We got 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters. We're right at 4 inches. So that is essentially the same as the Bobo VR M2 Pro. Sorry, it's a stack of mess of things here. This is my workshop, so. So the interesting thing I can see out of this go ahead and pop this in. Let's get it on the inside. There we go. So that's popped in now. This wheel doesn't have a whole lot of grip on it, but it does have indentions for easy grip. Offers some bit of grip anyways. Alright, so we can fold this up. I'm guessing there's probably a screw behind this Velcro pad here. So the back doesn't have as much hold on it as the dual halo. The only weak part on this is this strap. Literally. Where that, I mean, you see, if it didn't have a hollow strap and it was solid like this, it'd have everything. But just keep things honest, this pad feels great. And I could probably replace this pad because, I mean, you can see on here, this one doesn't even have hole covering. So, go ahead, let's move these behind here for right now. Let's grab our headset. Alright, see how that looks. That's about right. It's about even. But the halo flipped, so and it's definitely got some hold to it, that's for sure. Put it right there. To right there. But that's too far forward. So we'll get it to where even with the edge, let's grab this one a little bit more. There we go. So that's more even. And let's see how this thing feels. Take my lens protector out. definitely got to expand it. So, one moment. It's definitely got a very stiff turning wheel. Let's go ahead though and check to see if we can tighten these screws any. Got about 1/5 of a turn. It looks like they won't get much tighter because these center pieces right here are what keep it mobile. So let's go ahead, flip these back to start with. See how this feels. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's as large as it'll go. And it's snug, but it's not tight. So I do have a couple of areas that I can tap on to get a little bit of space into it. And let's see how these are. Definitely made to sit taller on the head, that's for sure. Because these do create hot spots. But if I put them right here, then it's not as bad. So let's see if we can bend these outwards without breaking this. If this doesn't work of just prying on it, then I may have to get off the heat gun to get it to flex a little bit to re-angle it. The back of it does feel very comfortable. Where it has this cutout right here, it has the back bottom of your skull open to flex so you can flip your head up if you need to. Alright. Well, that's all attached. Let's grab the VR cover with the Glasses XL spacer and the Cool XG pad on it here. This one I have for my cheek cushions. It's the AMVR bracket with the side pads that go over here. But where I'm using a Lycra cover on that one, it doesn't really need a whole bunch on it. Alright, let's see how this feels. That is comfortable. it's not beating the sides of my nose. So that's really good. I don't feel a lot of pressure on the bridge right here. But, I mean, there is a lot of light bleed on this as it's currently sitting. If I move it forward, though, it doesn't have a presented amount of force right here. But down at the bottom right here, there is. Because of the angle that it has set, it's not as flexible as having a movable joint right here. If these were movable in the angle, instead of just being up here, like if these and these were both movable, that would be a lot better. It's comfortable. So, you guys haven't noticed, this is Viper. This is my plastic head that I've put motorcycle cowl over with a mask built in. And this is what I've been using for the last couple of days for VR headsets and stuff. So I'm probably going to be using this moving forward as well. Just because it's cool to be able to show you guys easier than in the reverse of my TV. So let's see how it fits on Viper. Let's go ahead and line up bridge. The cool thing about Viper is I had this done in selection based on my head size. So this is the closest there is to my head size. Now I can be able to tighten it down more on Viper than I would on myself, just so I can show you guys, you know, the pressure points. It looks like right about there is going to be ideal, the tighter that you go, because it's going to be able to, you know, cause it to not sit as high. But you can see where I'm talking about. The back, you can see it's open, so you can turn your head up or anything like that you would want to do. But having this as a fixed point that can't adjust means this can't make full contact at the top as well as at the bottom. So this this head strap was purchased on Amazon from a company called Veer Store, and the listing was Zybergears, and that's spelled Zybergears. I mean, partially I got it just because it was Amazon Prime shipped, and the other part is because it's close to Zyberknight, but it's not X, it's Z. Alright, so if I put it down like that, you can see where this is sitting at. And if I wanted to have it, it is making full contact now, so that's good. But this is closer to the point like whenever I was wearing it just now. they would need to go somewhere around there. Because as you start pulling it back, you can see you're starting to have the plastic get in the way and be impacting or contacting your head. So if these pads on here were actually oversized to where they're just about that thick, we'll put it to here, probably about 18 millimeters thick, but they're oversized to where these would be turned. Let's see if these are adhesive or if they're velcroed on. It is Velcro. So what I'm talking about is if you had two of each, the way I'm getting this Velcro off is I'm pinching the pad to raise up the edge so I could get under the Velcro to peel it off. So if these were set up like this, and maybe even another one right here, to where you just have larger pads, that would be a lot more comfortable than just having one pad sitting there. Let's go ahead and make it even. There we go. Yeah, if you had 2 to 3 pads sideways like this, we'll do it for demonstration purposes, just on one pad sideways. Move this one slightly over the edge. Yeah, you can see now, right there is where it would be the most comfortable. Right there. Because if you look, the pads are doing what they're supposed to, and they're spreading and displacing the pressure. Whereas before, when it just had this hard edge exposed, you can see on the sides, by the way, on this part right here, the ears, right here is the top of the ear. Let's straighten out. There we go. Now the nose is where it's supposed to be. But as you can see on the back, even this center pad is making contact like it's supposed to. I like this idea of the modular rear. So that way if you wanted to have like maybe a battery type, you could just slide it into this, clip it in, and be able to change out whatever you need. Now you can see it is making full contact at the top as well as at the bottom. And it doesn't take a lot of padding if it's just really good padding. So let's see. Let's do a shake test. I'm going to put this back in. Oh, wow. Well, there's your portability, too. And it does make it stay more the tighter in it gets. If you look at that, though, this sits even with the bottom of the headset whenever it's sitting flat like this. That doesn't mean I'm not going to make use of the VR cover lens protector. And if Max wants one of these, I will send him one of these as well. Or I've already sent him the AMVR facial interface kit. So, depending on your head size, you may not even have to crank this in at all, and you can just store it into the front facing your lenses. I mean, I can see why they went with the way that they did. On here to be the flex point or the adjustment point. But I like having it be able to move here personally as well as here. To me, that would be the ultimate selection. I mean, this does have a top strap loop, but there's no top strap in the box. And I don't personally think it needs one. Just unless you want that extra security. You put those on the back, this thing is definitely a lot more supported. So that's good. And that is something you could do if you don't want to even use these top bars. You can just put it on the back. It does place force on this hinge right here and the screw point. But, I mean, that's a way you could use it. Especially if you don't want the top pads. You can just take off the pads and put the bars on the back. Definitely not getting it over my head that way. But, yeah, that is definitely a good value, especially where they had this listed for 30% off on Amazon. From the $36.99 price, 30% off of that. So it made it under $30. And if you want something that has a similar design to the M2 or the M2 Pro, but you don't want the battery or the battery swapping or maybe that one is just not your color preference. I mean, this is an alternate design. I like the branding on it. It's just very straightforward. Because I'm a fan of the off-white color of the Quest 2. And this definitely, I think, is one of the first truly meta level products for the Meta Quest 2 that I've seen. So if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below in the description of the video. I will have the link for the product. If you have any interest in wondering about the T2 FiiT VR, it's not going to be listed as that except for one vendor, maybe two vendors on the internet. So FiiT VR has been doing VR products since the phone-mounted VR headsets for Google Cardboard. So they've been doing this for a while. And they do have some other advanced designs in that aspect that I wouldn't mind seeing on the Quest 2 platform. Like having the the audio built into it and stuff like that. But you guys enjoyed the video, consider giving a thumbs up. Let me know that you're enjoying the content. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so below to know when I have new videos going live. That may also get us closer to that 500 subscriber goal on YouTube, as well as on Twitter. You can follow me at Zybergears. Same thing on YouTube. And I have a goal for followers over there for 2,500. So once I achieve that from both, I have some giveaways planned. So let me know what you guys think of the FiiT VR. And this is Zybergears, your Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, take care. Thanks for watching. Wave by Viper. We'll see you later.